is project background and the goal. So we introduced the foundation of our project, which is built on the principle that young learners acquire English more effectively when material resonate with their daily experiences and cultural background. Our primary theme is fruits and vegetables, with the goal of designing an integrated teaching kit that introduces vocabulary through local cultural contexts, such as traditional markets and family activities like making local dishes. This specifically designed for third grade primary school students. This project aims to bridge the gap between language learning and the children's real life environments. And the next is material 1, short story. For our first material, we have developed an illustrated short story that transforms a generic topic into a culturally rich narrative set in a traditional market or grandma garden. The story follows a child assisting their mother in buying ingredients for sayur soup and helping their grandmother prepare rujak, which are familiar local traditions. By focusing on target vocabulary such as long beans, papaya, and mango, the learning objectives encompass listening skills, vocabulary recognition, and fostering early cultural awareness. And the next, material 2, multimodal kit, realia, and flashcards. The second material utilizes a multimodal approach combining real object, realia, and visual aids to create a sensory learning experience. We use local products like salak, rambutan, and kangkung to allow students to see, touch, and even taste the fruits and vegetables they are naming in English. Complementing the realia, our flashcards feature colorful visuals with backgrounds reflecting Indonesian environments, such as local kitchens and gardens, ensuring that the students learn English words through the lens of their daily cultural identity.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Tria Fitriani with ID number 21092200 So, I want to explain about the material is about visual poster and puppet. The first is poster. A visual poster is a large, colorful picture that shows local fruits and vegetables with English name. It is designed to help young learners see, remember, and say new vocabulary easily. And the second is puppet. Puppet helps students listen, repeat, and speak simple English words. Make a simple puppet from stick and pictures of image of fruits and vegetables, and the student have to color of this picture. Okay, in the visual poster, by connecting them to Indonesian culture, maybe we could create poster with themes of local fruits, such as in Indonesia, where we can give the example of salak fruit, which is oval in shape and has scaly skin like a snake. So in English, we call it snake fruit, and this fruit is commonly found in Indonesia. And another example is rambutan, which has unique name due to its round shape and hairy skin resembling hair. In Indonesian and other language, it is called rambutan because it is often found in traditional markets in Indonesia. And about the puppet, after making puppet, so we can have the student to role plays. The first, we as teacher, we can give them example how to conversation about role play. So, use the puppet that we made, and maybe we should mentioning about the colors, tests, or shapes. Okay, and the next slide is about the fourth material. It's about the digital media from Canva and Wordwall. So the first is use Canva game about the healthy versus unhealthy food. So students work in team, like a team grapes, team orange, or team apple, to decide whether the food so it is healthy or unhealthy. This game promotes collaboration, attention, and simple reasoning, supported by engaging animation and audio. And the second is word wall game. Type of game is spin the wheel. Students spin the digital wheel and identify whether the food sound it is a fruit or vegetables. This fun activity helps students quickly recognize vocabulary and works well as an opening activity. Okay, maybe that's all for me. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Material 5 Function. First, puppet helps students listen, repeat, and speak simple English words. Make a simple puppet from stick and pieces of images of fruit and vegetable. Second, vocabulary recognition. Matching activity, drawing lines to make English word picture of local product, rambutan, spinach, salad. Third, visual identification, coloring. Activity, coloring fruit and vegetable based on their natural and local appearance. Last, logical categorization, sorting. Activity, the market basket, sorting harvest item for the story into fruit or vegetable basket. Reflection or cultural integration. Why local culture? Familiarity. Children remember vocabulary more easily when it is related to familiar object. Bayam, spinach. Tradition. Introduce local food diversity and cultural value through English. Contextual learning. Bridge classroom learning with student real life experience at home and in the community.
For the assessment, the slides explain the assessment framework used in the lesson. The assessment is designed to evaluate both the learning process and learning outcomes. First, formative assessment. Formative assessment is conducted during the lesson through interactive activities such as word wall quiz and puppet activities. These activities help observe students' vocabulary understanding, speaking skills, and competence. Second is summative assessment. It's carried out at the end of the lesson through matching worksheets, sorting activities, and coloring tasks to measure students' understanding of vocabulary and categorization. The last is performance-based assessment. It allows students to identify real local fruits and vegetables, helping them connect English vocabulary with real life and cultural context. These slides present the assessment rubric used to evaluate students' performance. The rubric assesses 4 main criteria, such as vocabulary mastery, matching and sorting skills, overall communication, and the last is cultural awareness. Students are assessed at different levels based on their accuracy, fluency, and ability to recognize local fruits. This rubric ensures that assessment is clear, fair, and aligned with their learning objectives.